The following is a production of Learfield Sports.
After a 2-year absence, the battle for the Heartland Trophy resumed on Saturday in Iowa City. We'll take a look at some of the highlights from Saturday's game between the Badgers and the Iowa Hawkeyes. We'll also check in with some Badger assistant coaches as they talk about the art of recruiting. And of course, we'll have our weekly conversation with head coach Gary Andersen. It's all coming up on the Badger Sports Report.
Stabby takes the shotgun snap, back to throw, looking, steps up, fires deep down the middle, and it's caught. Jacob Pedersen inside the 5 into the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Joel Stabby throwing a dart down the field for Pedersen, and this game is tied at 6.
The big turning point was when we were able to score on the last, I guess was the last drive of the first half there. We got more yards on that series of plays in the scoring drive than we got the whole first half.
High backs. Rudock, play fake, back to throw, 7 yards deep in his own end zone, off the back foot, left side pass, and that is intercepted at the 20-yard line of Iowa. Darius Hillary comes up with the interception as Rudock threw one off the back foot and paid dearly. Stabby drops the throw, has time, looks, pumps, now throws over the middle, end zone. It is caught. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Jared Abradaris on the receiving end, and the Badgers don't mess around. Off the turnover, they get a 20-yard connection. Stabby to Abradaris, and it's 13-6, the Badgers. Stabby will hand it to James White, trying to probe the left side, slips inside the 10, White to the 5, White to the end zone, touchdown, Wisconsin. James White, an 11-yard run, and it's 20-9, Wisconsin.
We knew it was going to be a physical four-quarter game, and we weren't moving the ball effectively in the first half as an offense, but I think we were able to, everybody get on the same pace in offense. We were able to move the ball a little bit better in the second half.
And the Heartland Trophy stays in Wisconsin. It's over at Kinnick Stadium in Iowa City.
10-5, touchdown Wisconsin. Melvin Gordon, 70 yards. Fires picked off, Borland quick through, 40. Touchdown, James White.
The Badgers are headed to the Rose Bowl for the 3rd straight year.
Deep down the middle. Abradaris got it. 15, slanting right, 10, 5. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
The Badger Sports Report with Gary Andersen is brought to you by Charter Communications, by the Dairy Farm Families of Wisconsin, the Wisconsin Milk Marketing Board, by Hyundai, by Adidas, by Toyota, and by UW Health, a cornerstone partner of Wisconsin athletics.
Most people know my favorite sport, and my favorite color, and maybe my favorite song. What they probably don't know is that I had a serious medical condition that required very complicated surgery. So now, I have a favorite doctor too.
They are the world-renowned pediatric surgical teams at the American Family Children's Hospital, innovators in the art and science of minimally invasive surgery. UW Health, remarkable.
I'm not what the girls here would call classically good-looking. I spent most of my youth in the dreaded friend zone. That all changed when my folks got Charter TV. I discovered tons of chick flicks in HD and on demand, and learned all the secrets to romancing the high school girl. Now in a school full of boys, I'm the man. I'm the man.
Get Charter TV starting at $29.99 per month. Charter, make way for more.
Whether you're out there training for a big event or you're just trying to stay in shape, I have a bit of advice. It's important to remember that what happens after the workout is just as important as what happens during the workout. My advice, be sure to refuel with low-fat chocolate milk. It has the perfect mixture of protein, carbs, and electrolytes to help you refuel, rehydrate, and build muscle. In Wisconsin, athletes win with low-fat chocolate milk. And you can too. To learn more, visit winwithchocolatemilk.com.
Hey, give it back. Come back when you have a team. Okay. touch or tackle?
Gather your team, the new 7-passenger Santa Fe.
We'll hand it to James White over the right side of the line. Dives to the goal line. He's in. Touchdown, Wisconsin. James White from 2 yards away. Thank you. Have a nice day. Here's the snap. Handoff. Weissman running left. No, sir. He gets stoned behind the line of scrimmage as the Badger defense gets nasty on 4th down.
I'm very, very proud of the defensive kids and the coaches. They just stayed the course. They just kept on fighting and kept on battling. And I've been around defenses before that, they become distraught in those situations. And not these kids. They just kept on fighting. And that's a big-time win for us. Unbelievable environment again. It's the first time I've been here, but that's a great crowd, and our kids fought through that very, very well. We're going to take this victory. That's a big-time victory for these kids. I'm proud of the way they played.
Our defense played great. I say they're the reason we won this game. They didn't give up any touchdowns, and they created turnovers for us, and that's how we were able to get in the end zone. If we want to be a great team, we have to be able to win on the road, and rivalry games are the reason that you want to play college football. It's the reason why we come to Wisconsin to play against Iowa, play against Minnesota, those guys, and just keep the trophies here with us.
Local Subway restaurants are inviting students and families to take Coach Gary Andersen's Health Challenge. Stop by your local Subway and pick up official Coach Andersen tracking cards to help your family track healthy eating habits and physical activities. Subway, eat fresh.
Back to throw, Beathard. Looking, has time, now pocket gets tight, ball's batted high in the air, and it is pulled down by Wisconsin, going up and getting it at the 25-yard line of the Hawkeyes. A deflected pass, and coming down with it is Pat Muldoon.
With the Iowa game now behind them, the Badgers get set to step out of conference this week, a 2:30 game at Camp Randall against BYU. We'll talk more about that matchup in a few minutes, but first, Coach, a couple of your players very much in contention now for some major awards. Chris Borland, a semifinalist for the Bednarik Award, symbolic of the best defensive player, and Melvin Gordon, one of 16 finalists for the Maxwell Award for the College Player of the Year. Those guys will tell you right away it's about the team, but it's kind of a nice thing to have those guys up for those kind of awards.
Absolutely. It's a great honor to those kids, and I hope Jared gets on a couple of those as we move forward. I really think he's deserving of that. But those guys have worked so hard. They're great kids. They're exactly what college football is about. Wisconsin's very proud of them on and off the field. I am proud to be their head coach, and I hope they win them. So I'll do my part. So if I can vote, I'll vote.
Wisconsin, by the way, one of just 5 schools nationally with players on both lists. And I know Bo Ryan, the basketball coach, always talks about this too. That individual awards are nice, but when you can say so-and-so name Wisconsin to it, that's not a bad thing to show some people down the road saying, hey, you come here and you do things right, this is what could be there for you.
It absolutely, it does help in recruiting. And I think you want to recruit those kids that have those goals. A lot of times people look at that and say, oh, where's that kid? Where's his mindset? Well, I want kids that dream of playing in the NFL. I want kids that dream about being the best in the country at their position. And there's a cycle when you're a player. You come into college, you work your tail off to become a starter. And once you become a starter, then you should want to be an all-conference player. Once you're an all-conference player, you should want to be an All-American. Once you're an All-American, you should want to go for the elite awards and possibly playing at the next level after college. And there is a little bit of selfishness to this game, and selfishness can sometimes help your team and drive you to be better.
All right, as fans see this for the first time now, you are now a little past the halfway point of your first go-round in the Big Ten schedule. Has the league to this point been pretty much what you thought it would be? Atmosphere, physical nature, all of that?
Yeah, the physical nature, the brand of the teams, I think I had a pretty good idea of that. Watching film, evaluating, seeing common opponents through the years, it came with great respect when we walked in here for the first day. I don't know if you can quite get prepared for the road games, and seeing the way it is on the road and understanding the support that the universities get in the Big Ten. And now, it wasn't shocking. It didn't take us back. It didn't make us coach worse or better in any way, shape, or form. But it's just unbelievable, the power of the Big Ten. the power of all the schools in the Big Ten and the way they carry themselves and the fans carry themselves, it's elite. It's the best of the best, and that's different.
And we mentioned stepping out of conference now, BYU. This is an opponent that fans around here may not be very familiar with, but obviously you are, and you know, conference game or not, this is going to be a tough one. Yeah, you know, BYU went independent a few years ago, and these are the games that they get up for, and they've had a bunch of them. Just look what they've done this year. I mean, they took care of Texas at home. They took care of Georgia Tech. They've been very, very good. They 6-2 now, I guess, is where they're sitting, and off a bye week. And I have a lot of respect for Bronco. Bronco's a very good friend of mine. He's the head coach there, and this will be a challenging game. And again, a physical team, prides themselves on being physical. Haven't watched a lot of them. Athletic quarterback, I recruited him back in the day, and he can move around. So it'll be a big challenge for us. We're looking forward to it, and we'll move onward and upward. Here we go. Let's face it, it's a big game too. Which it sounds unusual to say that in November when you're out of conference, but it's no secret the stakes that are there kind of magnifies this a little bit. Yeah, no, BYU has a reputation of playing well, and they'll play with anybody in the country, and that's why they went independent. So they have that opportunity. They don't deem themselves as anything other than one of the best teams in the country, and year in and year out, just like we do at Wisconsin, and a lot of people do. But they'll come in here. They'll play very well. They'll be a big, physical, good-looking team. Outside linebacker Van Noy is as good as there is in the country. It's going to be fun to watch him and Chris get after each other, although on opposite sides. But, I like 44. Yeah, pretty good linebacking play I think fans will be in store for on Saturday when the Badgers take on BYU, 2:30 kick here at Camp Randall Stadium. Coach Andersen rejoins us in a few minutes with a great day and great question of the week. All that and more as the Badger Sports Report continues.
For being such a big class, we're a pretty tight-knit group. We've all been here for most part, besides I think James and Bo, for this is our 5th year together. It's good for the young guys that are playing too, just to see all the senior leaders to follow in our path and see how we handle everything, especially for big away games. They kind of see how we handle and what we do. So I think the senior leadership really is helping this team out. Couldn't even tell you how many games we've all played in. We just got a funny group of guys. We always hang out outside of football, and we're always laughing a lot, and it's always enjoyable. I don't know, between Bo and Dipple and Borland and me, we're always just goofing around. So I think got a lot of personality back there, even though and Bo always shows it everywhere. So me and Chris kind of try to keep it within the locker room. I think when we'll look back on it, we may even remember some of that more. So it's been a fun ride. There's just so many memories. I mean, wins, losses, bowl games, experiences outside of just football, kind of just hanging around the locker room. So looking back, I could probably name about 100 things that stand out to me, but it's just been a good ride. Hopefully make a few more memories this year. I mean, I hope we got as one of the winningest classes, and hopefully we can kind of end it with a good bowl victory. And I think that'd be a perfect way to kind of top it off with how the last 3 have worked out.
I'm not what the girls here would call classically good looking. I spent most of my youth in the dreaded friend zone. That all changed when my folks got Charter TV. I discovered tons of chick flicks in HD and on demand, and learned all the secrets to romancing the high school girl. Now in a school full of boys, I'm the man. I'm the man.
Get Charter TV starting at $29.99 per month. Charter, make way for more.
This is Andrew Zielsdorf. He plays hockey. This is leukemia. It's bad business. This is Andrew's oncology team. They love Andrew. They don't like leukemia. And thanks to them, Andrew is now cancer-free. Booyah. They are the world-renowned physicians, scientists, and nurses at the American Family Children's Hospital, pioneers in pediatric cancer care. UW Health. Remarkable.
Woohoo, guys! Let's get in there and sell some cars!
Hey, Coach.
Let's go! Let's go! It's a big day, guys. Let's get out there and compete all day long. Let's go!
Toyota and Coach Andersen, big fans of each other. Start shopping now. Text SAVINGS to 69049 and get amazing deals on all your favorite models. Proud partner of Badger Athletics. Toyota, let's go places.
The Learfield Sports Directors Cup is the officially sanctioned annual award recognizing all-around excellence in men's and women's collegiate competition. NACDA and USA Today co-founded this esteemed honor in 1993, still widely recognized as the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Here's the handoff to James White. Big hole, right side, 25, breaks the tackle, 30. He's to the 40, outside the numbers, 50. Down the right sideline, 40. He's to the 30, 25, 20, and caught from behind by Anthony Hitchens. Inside the 20-yard line of Iowa, down to the 17. Badgers back into the Case IH red zone as James White breaks another big one. 3 receivers right, 1 on the left. 2nd and 10 for the Hawkeyes with their own 38-yard line. Back to throw, Beathard. Looking, has time. Now the pocket gets tight, and down goes Beathard. Inside the 30-yard line. They'll mark at the 30, it looks like. That was Warren Herring. And
when it comes to recruiting, it's probably safe to say if coaches aren't actively involved in recruiting, they're thinking about it and planning for it, such is the nature of the business. As Ashley Hearn is about to tell us, at the University of Wisconsin, finding the right fit to be a Badger can be a lot more important than finding the player with the most hype.
Well, we like to think of, recruiting being daily, and it's like shaving. If you miss a day shaving, it's noticeable. And so, we certainly want to recruit, 24/7, 365, and that's important because that's what the expectation is, and that's what kids want. And we certainly got to meet their demands. As coaches, when you go out on the road in the springtime, you start identifying, okay, who are the guys that we're serious about, or who are the guys that we really have a legitimate shot to get, and then you gear your recruiting to attack those players. You may start with a list of 50, but by the time you get to June or July, maybe a list of 15 guys that you say these 15 guys are really the guys that we've identified that fit, what we're looking to do socially, academically, and athletically in our program.
Well, I think for us especially, we lean a lot on the high school coaches. They work with those kids every day, so when we go into the schools or when we get a chance to call them, we kind of get a heads up about guys to continue to watch down the road. And then hopefully we try to get them to camp so we can get a in-person evaluation, and then it kind of goes from there.
You got to trust a live evaluation over tape all day long, and we've certainly made a lot of hay. I remember hearing the story about Boiler, on tape. Everybody liked him on tape, but until he came into camp, then that's when they really decided they wanted to take him. And you look at him, he's one of the best linebackers in the country.
As the only Division I program in Wisconsin, coaches fight fiercely to keep top talent within the borders.
Well, I think, for us, it's always been a staple to recruit in-state first. You see the number of guys on the team, and you look back at the past history and guys that have had a tremendous impact, and the Wisconsin kids are what Wisconsin's all about. And so, we always want to make sure we continue to do a great job in-state of evaluating kids that we want as part of the program and want to be a part of this place. And then as far as Minnesota guys, we've obviously gotten a good number of guys from there as well. And, for us, with in-state tuition, reciprocity, that's like in-state recruiting. So we want to continue to recruit hard in-state and the Midwest area, with Minnesota being one of those areas. We want to make sure that our kids continue to understand the tradition that's been here. With recruiting the way it's been, with the media and guys early offering, it's continuing to hold on to what's been successful in the past and making sure those kids understand it, because I understand there's a lot of people pulling you a lot of different directions, but when you get at the heart of it, it's about where you want to be and what's been your lifelong dream. And for a lot of Wisconsin kids, it's this place because of what Coach Alvarez has made this program and what the coaches that have followed have continued.
I know with Twitter and Facebook and the amount of instant access you have to kids, sometimes those things can be overlooked. But at the end of the day, it's still about the relationships, and that a handwritten letter, means that as a coach you spend some time, and that kid was important enough to you to write him a note, and hopefully at the end, you hope those things pay off for you and your program.
With 120 Division I schools competing for high school talent, it's impossible to land every coveted recruit. However, at Wisconsin, the strength of a class is measured more by its fit within the program than by the stars next to a player's name.
We try to express who we are. You're not going to get every single recruit that you want, And, some people, it's a better fit for them to go elsewhere, and that's fine. So it's getting the kids that fit here, that are the right fit here, and not necessarily chasing after people just because of the stars or where they're at. But you get the whole person, and making sure you're continuing to evaluate and recruit to character. If you recruit the right type of kids, they understand what they're getting themselves into. They do their research. They're the ones that are coming to school to go to school, and then obviously the football is obviously something that's going to be a large part of their life, but picking the school for the right reasons. And so I think that was something that we saw this year. We recruited a great group of kids, and they didn't waver because of the fact that they knew the school that they were coming to, regardless of what was going on in the football world. And once they got down and got a chance to meet Coach Andersen and the staff that they were going to be working with, it just reaffirmed their commitment to the place and what this place is all about.
For the Badger Sports Report, I'm Ashley Hearn.
It's been awesome. Obviously grew up a huge Badger fan, worked here at the stadium, always watched the offensive line. It's been a dream to come play, and I've had a lot of great buddies that have led the way in front of me and taught me a lot of things, and I'm hoping to teach that to the younger guys behind me. Being an offensive lineman, I think it takes the most investment on the team. There's so much nitpicky little stuff that you have to learn along the way that can make you good to great, bad to good, all those kind of things. So as far as an inch and certain step here, hand placement here, so many different plays where you need to learn all those in the film room and talk to older guys that know what they're doing. I need to take pride in being the senior leader and really teaching these guys how we play here in Wisconsin. A lot of them have game experience, a lot of guys know, but people come to Wisconsin to play O-line, and that's we just need to reload and keep going. It's gone by so fast. It's crazy to think I'm a senior, but it's been an amazing experience and wouldn't trade for anything else.
Some schools use a sign to identify themselves. The chop, the fork, the O, hook 'em horns. But there is one sign every team wants to be identified with. Fans show their loyalty in all kinds of ways. Ours, just buy another Hyundai. See what loyalty looks like at the Loyalty Report on the postgame.
Truth is, there are surgical procedures and medical treatments that only a handful of doctors can perform. Illness is so complex that only the preeminent hospitals in the world will take them on. These are those doctors, and this is their hospital. They are the world-renowned physicians, researchers, and healthcare professionals inside UW Health and the University of Wisconsin. UW Health. Remarkable.
Wisconsin cheese, making good food great.
The Badger Sports Report with Gary Andersen is brought to you by Charter Communications, by the Dairy Farm Families of Wisconsin, the Wisconsin Milk Marketing Board, by Hyundai, by Adidas, by Toyota, and by UW Health, a cornerstone partner of Wisconsin athletics.
This week's Great Dane Great Question of the Week comes from Rick in Madison, and this is not just the Great Dane Great Question of the Week, it's the $64,000 question. Can you explain the targeting rule to us?
The targeting rule, no, I can't completely explain it. I will say this, on the side of the direction of taking care of the kids, it's obviously changed how kids have played, and that is a positive. It's allowing them to be conscious of making those decisions, especially across the middle as defenders. There's still question marks. I think that there's some situations where we need to really continue to evaluate it and look at it as coaches, try to help the officials as they make the decisions as we move forward. But do I believe it's a step in the right direction? Yes, I do. There's a couple of them where you sit back and you look at them and you need to get better educated so we can help the kids. I kind of, sometimes I throw my arms up in the air and say why. There's other times I look at it and say absolutely yes. And all you can do is support the decisions of the officials, and I think they're going to look at it after this year, and we'll work to make it better. But it has made the game, it has taken away some of those violent hits, which is a positive.
Yeah, player safety. That's what they say the rule is all about, player safety. Rick, we thank you for your question. The Great Dane with 4 locations in Madison, downtown, Hilldale, as well as Fitchburg, and on the east side of town, and of course the Great Dane up in Wausau as well. As you mentioned, the Badgers have a non-conference game, but it's a big one as BYU comes to town. 2:30 kick at Camp Randall Stadium. Join us next week as we recap that game with the Cougars and look ahead as the Badgers get back into conference play against Indiana. Thanks for watching.
Let's get in there and sell some cars.
Hey, Coach.
Let's go. It's a big day, guys. Let's get out there and compete all day long. Let's go.
Toyota and Coach Andersen, big fans of each other. Start shopping now. Text SAVINGS to 69049 and get amazing deals on all your favorite models. Proud partner of Badger Athletics. Toyota, let's go places.
The Learfield Sports Directors Cup is the officially sanctioned annual award recognizing all-around excellence in men's and women's collegiate competition. NACDA and USA Today co-founded this esteemed honor in 1993, still widely recognized as the crowning achievement in college athletics.